Coach, congratulations on the 2025 WNBA championship. How have the last couple weeks, months, whatever felt like since that championship?
It's crazy. I mean, obviously you're like super happy, but honestly, it's almost like it's just a relief. Like I feel like I can breathe again, I can sleep again. Um, Especially that team and Aliyah, your guys' series. I mean, I didn't sleep at all. So I feel like I'm catching up on a little bit of sleep, getting to play my mom role back here in San Antonio. And um yeah, it's been a whirlwind. Even still, I'm like, man, sometimes I'll text the girl, I'm like, "Man, y'all really did that." Like, it was a heck of a ride. They aged me about 15 years, this group, but, I'll take it. Because one thing that stinks is going into I hated it last year, like, going into the off season a loser. So I was like, "No, we gotta win, we gotta get back on those winning ways," but, it was a really fun run. Honestly, the last, 20 games of the season. Even the ones that we got pounded, were just really great learning lessons for us, and growth for us. So, but it's been good. It's been nice everywhere you go. I like being called champ. That's for sure. I didn't like it last year coming in losing.
Well, coach, first of all, we're not going to feel sorry for you because you've won 3 championships in the 4 years you've been there. So I'm not going to be like, sorry about last season for not taking home the championship trophy, but becoming the
Fair,
first former
fair.
WNBA player to win a championship as a coach. You did that in your first year. Um, what can you say about this group? Because in 2022, it was a different team than back to back in 2023. Obviously, last year, you dealt with injuries as some teams do, and this year the same. But it was a completely different team this year. You had to reinvent your bench. You lost Alicia Clark, Sydney Colson coming off the bench. You talk about Kelsey Plum being traded and going to Los Angeles, and Jewel Lloyd, kind of acclimating her to the system, to the Aces way. So what can you say about how different this 2025 championship was?
I think that's been kind of the cool thing about it, Candace, is like every year has been different. Like the 2022 group was different than the 2023 group. And the 2023 group, even though a lot of times you're looking at the same faces, every team has to come in. You have to reestablish it every year and who you're going to be that year. Because as we all know, the minutes don't carry over, the points don't carry over, the work doesn't carry over. You got to get over and do it all over again every year, day in and day out. And, quite honestly, coming out of 24, and if you go back, Candace, we thought we were going to have you in 24. Right? Like, we were all fully intending on you coming back, so it
I
was
remember
like
that whole time you sending me sets
I was
of
like
actions with
yes, I was like, "Oh, we're
point
gonna do
four.
this, we're gonna do this," and so it was every year is different, and you gotta just kinda go with the flow of the season, and obviously dealing with different injuries. Kia wasn't off, and Chelsea wasn't even a year post-op. You wouldn't have been a year post-op. Like, it was just it was tough, and I think, the what I learned from 24 was to not let there be any slippage. I mean, we came in 25 and I was hammering our defense like left and right because 24, I felt like we were a little bit complacent coming in. We had just won two. And there's real valuable lessons and everybody can handle the losses. How do you handle your success? And um, just that understanding that you have to be present. And I think, every moment that you're out on that court, not take anything for granted. Um, I mean, the Fever were a perfect example of that, like ups and downs, the resiliency that a team has to go through and grow from because you have no point but to get up and go to work tomorrow. That's the only option. So it's the next person up. And coming into this year, it was, you know, losing Clum was big. Bringing in Jewel was big. Bringing in Dana Evans and kind of what she had gone through in Chicago, what Jewel had gone through in Seattle, what our own team had gone through losing AC, Plum, Tiffany Hayes, Sydney. Like I feel like we were kind of a hurting group coming into the season. Not physically, but like just mentally and emotionally. Um, and we were all kind of dealing with some things I think we had to heal from. And until it really became a safe space for everybody, to where you can really genuinely build up that trust with each other, that hey, like trying your hardest is cool here every day, and it's safe to. In that, sometimes we got to look in the mirror and be like, it wasn't good enough today, but let's get it done today, um, or tomorrow. And having that mindset of being present every day, and going to work every day, because it was a grind. This year's was hardest by far. Indiana actually was probably the hardest series I've been through.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, true. And you know what? It's funny, Aaliyah, you're sitting there, but it's like I was pissed after game 5. I'm sure you were more pissed, but we're going to the finals. But then I went back and watched it. My CT calls me, Candace, at like 3 in the morning. She's like, "You still mad?" And I was like, No. I'm like, Indiana just played their asses off. Like, I can't. I mean, you guys played amazing. Can't be mad at either team. It was just two teams blow for blow, back and forth, and both teams really playing at an elite level. I don't care what the names on the jerseys are. Those were two teams just going at it in the best way possible. I thought super competitive, um, down to the wire, obviously, in most of those games. And so, this one hit different for sure, though, because it was different.